Pickaxe.
5, 4, 3, 2. Live from Pokeville.
From the ball. Welcome to episode 926 of the Video Game Outsiders podcast. I'm one of your very sleepy hosts, Michelle Madison.
And I, of course, am your John Jacobson. And joining us once again, Michelle.
We have the newlywed Ryan.
That's right.
Generation Ryan. What's up?
Well, it's a huge show is what's up because we have our pet week or our collector week, whatever you want to call it. We got Pokemon, Digimon, eggs, balls. There's going to be monsters. John has a song which he likes to start. Ruining the show with at the start. But yeah, it's going to be a big show. We're going to really get into all of the big monster
all the big pet games.
Lots of stuff.
Yeah.
I played both of them like a hell of a lot. So.
I know. And you're a veteran. John, we can't hear ourselves think with your barking dog song. Ryan, you're a veteran of Pokemon and stuff. You have a history with the series. You've played them. So I think this is good. It's great you're here because, you know, if you weren't a host,
this is
John
your
and I
wheelhouse,
know.
Ryan.
Yo,
you
John,
proud of it?
I wouldn't know what I'm talking about, really. Not that I often ever do. So yeah, it's going to be fun to get into that. And happy to have Ryan on, with us for the show because he's going to bring a different perspective. So we're going to do that big roundtable review for Pokemon after our 10-second spotlights because we also both or all played other collecting or pet or creature games.
That's right.
Okay, good.
Mm-hmm. I'm very excited. Can we listen? Like, can we do like a gun episode or something? Like something. I need a palate cleanse after this.
Well, do we get to do like a girl episode for me? I mean, I don't know. It's
can
just
we do like guns and ammo? Like,
no, that's boring.
Not that we talk about Call of Duty or Battlefield every week or anything.
Or maybe we all have to go find games with lots of guns and shit.
John,
I don't know.
Pokemon's like the biggest property, and it just came out, so it's okay to do a show about it. I think we're gonna have fun. Right. I think we all tried some stuff. I think it's gonna be fine. We are live right now on twitch.tv/John and Michelle. We do it every Tuesday from 9 to 11 p.m. Eastern. If you miss it, you can listen anywhere podcasts are, but not our app anymore. That has now been discontinued. So if you want that bonus stuff, we do it every single week. We also have a 20-year back catalog. How do they do that, John? And they can listen anywhere they want now with Supercast.
That's right. Go to our website, videogameoutsiders.com. When you get there, there's a red button. It's dripping. It's kind of, we got to clean it, Michelle.
Well, okay.
I don't know. So many people have touched it and stuff.
Yeah,
it's just
we gotta Purell it.
So just use the eraser on your pencil and just click it. Go to the next. People have pencils and erasers
I've used my foot
anymore?
before to flush a toilet at like a dirty bathroom.
I've done that.
Yeah,
I've done that. I have done that many times.
Yeah,
like,
you need to do that when you're out.
It's a questionable like handle because I don't trust the tissue paper to do it.
Well, it's also dangerous because you wash your hands, you're all clean, but now you got to get out of that room.
I know. That's a problem.
Which
paper
usually,
towel in the hand.
Yeah, I do that too. But then you got to like lean and do the toss to the basket. Yeah, and you slip.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway.
So anyway, our button has all those prompts. If you have to use your foot, whatever you got to do, just go there, go to the next page, go premium. And once you're a member of Club VGO, you unlock our entire back catalog of now over 20 years. Yeah.
Yep. That's right.
We've been doing it that long. Mm-hmm. And also all the bonus shows we do every single week. I did John's show today. That's up on there. Micro VGO, PC Outsiders. Michelle, what was the last show we did?
We did a Weeb recently. We're doing a bunch of stuff.
We've
got
and then
Roger
there's the
and
Monday.
Sally are coming out with
That's right. I heard they're in a sub off Catalina Island. I don't know. We'll see.
Good. I've recently been to Catalina, so I'll be able to jump in with them maybe. So yeah.
So go to videogameoutsiders.com and you get all the bonus shit, even the stupid stuff like Roger and Sally.
That's right.
Midnight Caller. Mm-hmm. All right. So what's going on here?
Well, this episode is sponsored by Loaded.com, formerly CD Key. Same team, same deal, just a new name. We are giving away Digimon Time Story. What's the name of it? I don't even know what I'm saying tonight.
Time Story Stranger.
Time Story Stranger. Yes, for Steam. Thank you, Loaded.com. If you want to win, because we're going to be talking about that tonight as well. Even though I did a mini review of it on the Weeb episode that's out there where I played the demo. I know, John, you played the demo. Ryan, you played tons of the actual game. So I think it's pretty solid. We're going to get into that. If you want to win, come to our Discord on videogameoutsiders.com. We just gave away 2 copies of Battlefield. Loaded.com is hooking us up. So check us out and check them out if you want to save money on games. And I think we're ready to go.
All right, this is it.
This is it.
All right. So, first of all, like I said, I'm sleepy. My dog has had hives for the past week and allergies, so I have not been sleeping. So if I sound extra retarded, that's why. Yes, John, you have a balls. When I'm tired, I giggle at anything, and my East Coast accent gets worse. So you've been warned. Yes, release your balls, John. Play your song. Thank you for the sub, Kiwi. What's up, Namco? Yes,
we could have just done a balls week. It didn't have
should have done a ball. We did a balls week once. It was kind of a sports episode. All right. So, hi, Thunder. No, I don't think we played Arc Raiders. We're doing a pet week tonight, but John will probably play it again. So, anyway, I did play a game which is a little bit not like on the nose, but I have one of those too. So, I played Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2. It just came out. It's a pretty popular game. So, I did want to bring it up. Look, vampires are technically creatures. They do keep and collect human pets. But I want to kind of start with the torrid history of this game, the development cycle, because it was supposed to come out in March of 2020. They switched developers. Chris Avalon was the head writer. He was fired. All of the work was removed. The game was nuked and they started again. They fired the entire dev team more than once, and it was given to the Chinese room, which, John, you're going to say sounds like a restaurant. It's not.
Wait, it was given to the Chinese room?
Yeah, the Chinese room. That's the developer.
Oh, they have great dim sum there. Yeah, have you been there?
No.
Fantastic place.
So yeah, they're known for walking simulators. So that was a little bit of a concern because this is supposed to be like a hardcore RPG. The first one was. Now, Paradox has said they won't give the Chinese room the license for the next one after this. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's not a good sign anyway. But yeah, so it's supposed to be a huge RPG. It has like an identity crisis going on because it's just really not. It's kind of like great atmosphere, but a walking simulator, but like some RPG elements, but there's just like a skill tree you work up and everything you say like doesn't seem to matter. Like it just dropped the ball there on what the first game was. Like I wanted cyberpunk with vampires, but it's not
that would be
all,
cool.
Yeah, it's not all bad. Like first
with
of all,
Tom
it's dated, it's janky, it has a launcher for some reason. The character creator sucks. Like you can only be like an ugly goth vampire. Like if I'm a vampire, I want to be fucking smoking hot. Okay, like why am I an ugly vampire? It just kind of defeats the purpose. So there's not a lot of options when you're creating your character in the supposed RPG, right? You can't. They kind of give you like prefab like shitty things. Yeah, there's dialogue options, but they don't really seem to matter. The voice acting is not great. And the thing is, they pretty much copied Cyberpunk because you got a guy in your head and it's not Keanu Reeves. It's Fabian, a private investigator from the 1920s. Okay.
Really?
And he's just,
is he going, yeah see? What are you doing?
Not as cool as Keanu in your head. Okay. So
now, what are you going to do there, Dow?
I wish he did sound like Conan O'Brien, but no, he's your companion. He says the stupidest shit. You know, he sounds like a typical beta male millennial dad, like pushing a stroller, holding his wife's tampons while like she fucks the tennis instructor. That's what he sounds like. He's just like, yeah, you know, it's a little Matt Bradfordy, I want to say. And he's
really?
in your head. He won't get out. He's talking.
Hey, buddy, how you doing, huh?
Hey, look,
hey,
let's
go
do some detective work together. You're a vampire. It's like, no, I'm a vampire. I want to do some vampire shit. And he's just like telling you this stupid story about this hotel. Anyway, no, look, I kind of do like the story.
It looks like it's having like an identity crisis.
It is having an identity crisis. Yes, it is.
So let me ask you a question.
That all comes from the development of the game, right? Like it was supposed to be this RPG. Chris Avalon was fired. I think he was like accused of sexual harassment or something stupid. I don't even know.
Great.
Like I don't think he did anything though. This was like during the like believe all women shit. I don't know what he did. Don't quote me on that. But like I feel like he was fired.
Spreading more lies.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Like I think maybe he looked at a woman and got fired or something. But like they got rid of the whole team and then like the whole game got reboot and it got reboot to kind of shit. Let's be fair.
Okay, let me ask you a question, Michelle.
Yes.
So there's a game that came out in 2004, Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. I don't think I ever played it. I feel like we've
played that.
I feel like we've talked about it.
Yeah.
We did.
It was a really good RPG. That one felt more like Cyberpunk with vampires.
And that one, by the way,
wait, that was a single player?
That
the first
I played
one.
a multiplayer version of it.
2004. The game from 2004,
okay.
I'm looking at screenshots, and it does look gritty and sexy and all those things.
Yes.
There's like a bunch of dudes with no shirts.
Yeah, no,
like,
this was bad. This felt like, I don't know what. Like you're okay, the atmosphere like sort of sounded cool, like a noir setting for like Seattle Christmas. And you go back and forth between like current day and the 20s. And you know, it sounds good on paper. And there were certain things I liked. Like the story was actually kind of interesting, but the dialogue and the writing, it just wasn't that great. It's totally doable, but the combat is the worst part. It doesn't feel that cool. There's a lot of like jankiness. The talent tree like means nothing. You can get all of the points. So you pick a clan. It doesn't matter what clan you pick. Cause I'm excited. I'm like, oh, I'm going to get to be this mage clan and I can do lightning. And I'm like, wait, anybody can unlock this if they get enough points. Like nothing you do seems to matter. But if you want to play a linear story in a cool city that you can't really do much in because it's very linear, and you just want to go through a story, a cool detective story, maybe some cool like vampire elements that you enjoy, like blood sucking or lightning strikes, because apparently that's vampire-y and I can do that. You can do that in this game. Is it all bad? No. but it's not what it's supposed to be. And that is because of the history, the development cycle of this game. It was trashed multiple times.
You know what I played, what I was thinking of was Vampire the Masquerade Blood Hunt. And I thought that was pretty fun. It didn't get off the ground, I think, as much as...
Is that the game we talked about? I'm thinking of...
No, that wasn't in 2004. It was only a few years ago, like maybe 3 years tops.
So we talked about that. That's the one
it was a really cool game.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't call anything any janky,
rooftops.
Kiwi. Like, I didn't call Wukong janky. I didn't call Power World janky. Like, this is definitely... It feels like Eurojank. I mean, that's somebody I say. I think it was... Chinese Room, I think, is British. But
Blood Hunt. I played. That game was awesome.
Yeah, it was really cool.
You were like, you can scale the top of buildings and leap down and shit.
And you had to like suck the blood out of like civilians to get your power and then go fight other vampires. It was actually really neat.
That was a fun
in
game.
the same world as this. It was the same.
Somebody might enjoy
Vampire
this. I think it's mixed right now on Steam. Like I left it a review. I was like, so far it sucks. Like I made a pun. I was like, because I really think it kind of sucks. But I also kind of like, look, I'm already getting upvotes. I got 2 awards. You wait till I decorate my Steam profile with all my points. Okay, I see you over there with your ugly Steam profiles, both of you. Okay, I get awards all the time.
Hey,
oh yeah,
I got rare things. I got rare backgrounds.
Buddha wants to know if you have lesbian sex with any of the vampires. I think it might be an option because there's like kind of a girl with like glasses at like a scientist type, and she's like, "Oh, we should talk later." But that's when I'm embodying the 1920s detective because you play as him, and when you're playing as him, I think you can romance the girl. But no, like you can't really do anything in this game but go to point A to point B. Like there's really no puzzles, there's no inventory, there's no loot. Like it doesn't make any fucking sense. I don't know. It's like half the game.
Michelle, play Blood Hunt if you never have. Like
I don't even know if it's still online.
It's on Steam, free to play.
Yeah, I don't care about that. Okay,
it's a battle royale.
Look, I don't want to totally shit on this though because like I kind of enjoyed going through the story. I actually kind of liked some aspects of it, but once again, it's just ruined potential. It wasn't what it was supposed to be, and so go in, get it on sale or something like that.
I kind of want to try the original game because I'm looking at the screenshots.
Yeah, the original game was really cool.
It looks cool. You know what it reminds me of is the original Deus Ex, just kind of that time period of graphics and stuff.
Yes. So if you're looking for like a sequel to the original, you'll be sad. If you're going in for like a linear vampire story, you might actually find some interest in it and it's not all bad. Like I did enjoy what I played. It was just like, oh, this is a bad game technically. But if I want to do a narrative story, this is actually pretty cool. All right. So let's move on to a more traditional sense of like a pet creature collector week. So thank you to what? Go ahead.
Whatever. Nothing. I was going to say, look at that image. That's what you were looking for, right?
Yes. So thank you to David who suggested I play the game series that inspired Pokemon. Okay. And it's the 5th Dragon Quest game in 1992 that did inspire Pokemon and some mechanics as well as many of the monsters. Now, I saw a video showing side by side the monsters and it's some Pal World shit. Like Pokemon ripped off this Dragon Quest game from 1992 for so many of the monsters.
I saw that picture back when the Pal World, the whole thing happened with them.
Yeah.
It is, they definitely all stole from each other. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, and this one was like the original or whatever that kind of inspired Pokemon with a lot of the things. So I did want to go back and in Dragon Quest games, I have played some like the Builders games, but they had a monster series. 1 and 2 were for the Game Boy, and now there's a newer one that came out last year or a year or two ago called Dragon Quest Monsters: The Dark Prince. It's out for PC, Switch, and mobile. It's way more modern, but it still had the monster fusing stuff, which is kind of what defined the series and what the series sort of created. I thought right away it was very charming. Typical Dragon Quest style, which reminded me of the Builders things, all the same kind of characters and animations. Like there's a 20-minute setup where I had no clue what was going on. And I just kind of was like, let me get through this dialogue. Like I know it's a setup. It was a little painful in the beginning, but then they let you free into this little town. And they tell you you're going to be a monster wrangler and you got to train monsters big and strong. You got to run into them. You know, the fight screen pops up and you can either
Ryan,
attack.
Is this why you like these games? Like when you were a kid, you were dreaming of being a monster wrangler?
Yes, 100%. I thought it was awesome.
Yeah, this is the theme.
Yeah.
Now,
you're going to wander around the woods and tame.
You played 5 or did you play the Dark Prince?
No, I played Dragon Quest Monsters: The Dark Prince. Okay. And so, you can either...
Came out last year.
You can either attack the monsters or you can claim them, which is called scouting in this game. And so it has a fusion system. Like I said, combo 2 monsters to make a new breed. And then there's also unique fusions, which are like 2 specific monsters to make a special one. And what I really liked about it, because I don't know why, it kind of made me think of like gear slots. So monsters are like 4 in a party, but big monsters take up 2 slots. So if you want to have like a big monster, I really like you could kind of like mix and match a little bit more. Now, another thing I liked about this is they also have an auto battling scoring system. You can set up like tactics if you want. So assign roles for monsters like healing or attack. You can turn certain moves on and off. So if you're like, okay, I just want you to spam your whatever, your AoE, you can go in there and do all that, like tinkering, like that sort of like strategy or tactics in the background first. I sometimes like doing that setup and then just doing auto battle. And so that's an option. Now you don't have to use it. For me, I'm impatient a lot of the times with these things and I kind of just like want to turn it on and go. Solid game, looked great in ultra wide. I think if you like monster fighters, you should probably check this one out.
No, come on. This looks worse than Pokemon.
No, it didn't look worse than Pokemon. It didn't.
The flat 2D textures, that's what everybody's complaining today about ZA.
No, Pokemon, the Pokemon ZA with the painted doors was
you mean
not
like
charming
low poly, kind of like...
they are low poly, yeah.
Yeah, they look
like,
really
look at
bad.
the walls in the background. They're flat.
Like
they're
two
flat
things
textures.
stitched
this
together.
Looks like they're going for more cartoony, though.
Yeah, this was way more cartoony and cute. It wasn't like that at all. But no, I mean, it's the series that inspired like the whole monster collecting thing. And I think it was kind of an interesting like history lesson for me to sort of look into kind of where this all started.
But Nintendo has something to do with Dragon Quest. Like,
so Dragon Warrior was the first one in America that came out in 1989.
I remember playing a Game Boy one when I was a kid, like after I got into Pokemon. Mm-hmm. It might have been one of these, the first two that you mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
And I remember getting so lost. There was the fusion hole mechanic that like they don't explain to you very well back then. Mm-hmm. But I do remember really liking it and like the slimes and all that. Yeah, definitely cool. Like I have a
they were
vivid memory of playing
publisher
that.
On the NES one.
Well, no, there's videos of people showing like, I don't know if Nintendo had anything to do with it, but they're showing like, because this is Square Enix, right? They're showing how they stole all of these monsters like to make Pokemon, like the side-by-side video.
No, I get it. I mean, they were in bed with Square back then. I mean, Square made Super Mario RPG and the Super Nintendo, and then something happened and Square said, fuck you.
So I kind of like this game. It's definitely like cartoony. I thought it was charming. Did I like it as much as like Digimon Time Stranger? No, but like I actually liked, I thought this was pretty cool because I did appreciate like the open worldy aspect and like the monster slots and just like, I don't know, the auto battling.
There's so many games like this, Michelle, that like when we do the Weeb stuff, like we discover things like this, like there's so much of this stuff that's actually really good, like quality stuff that
I mean, you could play this game for 300 hours.
This has mixed reviews, like on Steam.
Yeah, this isn't the best one. I don't know. It was
mostly
on Switch
positive overall.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Like I think it's also on mobile. Okay. So and it's positive over there too. So if you want to find it cheaper, you could even check that. And I guess it really could be played mobile or even with a controller. But yeah, I know it was very popular on Switch and then it came out on Steam. So check out Dragon Quest Monsters: The Dark Prince. And then I did play Digimon and Pokemon, which we'll talk about in a bit. And I am just drinking a Chick-fil-A lemonade. John, what'd you do?
Well, I mean, 2 of the games I played. How do we do this?
We're going to jump into Digimon with Ryan because he probably played like 50 hours. So tell me about Keeper. It was getting some buzz.
That's really all I can talk about. And this is the game I played the least.
So tell me about it because I heard there's a creature in Keeper. And what is the creature?
There is. There's a bird named Twig. Okay.
Oh.
Here's the deal. This is Tim Schafer. We all know Tim Schafer. Okay.
Xbox Game Studios.
Psychonauts. Frickin' the Jack Black game. Whatever. We know who he is, right? He's an artsy fartsy guy, okay? Yeah. And this is artsy fartsy. And the premise is this. You're in this weird dystopian world, okay, where something bad's happened. There's shambles of houses and cars everywhere, and there's all these weird alien creatures flying around. It's all very ethereal and moist, like a rainforest, at least the first few biomes. But what happens is you're a lighthouse. Okay.
What?
You are a lighthouse.
You physically are the lighthouse.
You are the lighthouse.
I saw the worst movie ever where Kristen Stewart was a fucking buoy and like fell in love with like a satellite. I wanted to shoot myself. I thought it was going to be a good romance movie where all they did was talk, but it's sorry. I forget the name, but it was so bad. I wanted to kill myself.
I think I remember you talking about this.
Yeah, it was where a buoy talked to a satellite in the future and they were just like former computer or whatever. Okay, so Keeper, you're a lighthouse. And what do you do?
Basically, you're a lighthouse. This is what I think is happening. You're a lighthouse because there's no dialogue, there's no menu, there's no there's a menu, but there's no text on the screen, there's no dialogue. There's no nothing, okay? It's just things are just happening. And I believe what's going on here is that you are a lighthouse and you saved this bird who was about to get killed by these things or something, right?
Did you flash your lights at him?
Yes, you did. All That's how you saved the bird.
Wow, I'm so creative. I figured that out.
So now the bird is like thinks you're its friend or something or guardian, and the bird's now on top of the lighthouse
Wants to poop on you.
And but here's the thing: the lighthouse, for some reason, decides it wants to leave.
What do you mean the lighthouse? You're the lighthouse.
Well,
So you decided you wanted to leave. Don't blame the
fucking
lighthouse.
I don't have that much agency. I'm just following what's happening in the game.
Do. Is there really free will? I don't think so.
So in the game, the lighthouse, once the bird is on its top, decides to break
away from the bird shit.
Break free and grow legs. Okay,
right.
And for the first 10 minutes or so, you are like a drunk lighthouse trying to walk. Okay. Oh. And I was really worried the whole game was going to be like that because the lighthouse is very top heavy, high center of gravity. He's tilting all around. He's trying to stumble on the ground and the rocks and the uneven surfaces. And you're just trying to go down this path and you really don't know what you're doing. You're just walking. Right. And eventually the lighthouse finds its legs, thank God, and they stop that drunken nonsense in the beginning.
But then what happened? All the ships and the sailors at sea you crashed into the wall because you moved. What kind of shitty-ass lighthouse are you? You had one job.
This world, Michelle, no, something's happened. The world's done. The world's done.
So you don't need a lighthouse anymore if everyone's dead.
Yeah, the cars are blown up. The houses are destroyed.
Yeah.
And so you basically just start walking, okay? And you don't know where you're going. The camera's horrible. Sad. The camera is bad, okay? And then eventually they start revealing your abilities as a lighthouse. And, one of them is the light that you could shine on things as you're walking down these paths. And you might shine it on some little creatures and they get startled and they scurry away. You might shine it on some plants and they bloom. And then also the light is used to interact with things in a puzzle way to get to the next section, So you come across an eyeball, you got to focus your light energy on the eyeball, and all of a sudden a platform grows.
You'd know that now if you ever saw Lord of the Rings. So
yeah, so
it's like a puzzler.
It's a puzzle game. It's very chill. It's very casual.
Is it fun?
I don't believe you can die. I don't think it's possible.
Are you even living?
Can you fail puzzles and stuff?
Why? So I encountered some puzzles where you come to a dead end. You're like, well, what do I do? And then you see an eyeball over there and you shine your light on it and then a platform grows. And you're like, oh, okay, I can cross it now. Oh, no, wait.
Sounds dumb as shit.
And then you're like, oh, I need to find another eyeball to grow more platform to cross this chasm, And then the bird, you also use the bird to grab things for you or pick things.
Game for children.
And then you can also dash. The lighthouse has a dash move. You'll come across a wall. You can't get through it. Well, you can dash and crumble it.
I'm sorry. This is such a bad idea, Xbox. Yeah. What are you guys doing with this?
You should have been a stationary lighthouse that just did the walking and that's stupid. Like if you were actually a lighthouse and you had to do lighthouse duties, maybe
Honestly,
that could have been interesting.
That actually sounds pretty good.
That could be.
Well, I just saw a video where the lighthouse fell over. Like, what happens when you fall over?
Yeah, but you're not dead. You just fall over and you
get back up?
Yes.
That's so stupid.
I don't think you could die in this game. I don't think it's possible. I don't think there's any bad things in this game.
I think you're just. So is it worth the $30 tag? How much replay
I think you're trying to climb to the top of this mountain to somehow help this bird who got separated from its family.
I know it's going to end. You're going to flash the light at the top of the mountain. The whole what's it called flock is going to show up, and then he's going to fly off with the flock, and then you're going to crumble and die.
Exactly, and then the lighthouse is going to put a shotgun in his mouth because he's so depressed.
Buddha, this is not about the male penis. And first of all, what other type of penis is there? The female penis? It's not about a penis. It's not about erectile dysfunction or whatever. It's
about
a
fucking lighthouse.
It's a lighthouse. There's no dicks involved. Okay, for once in a game on this show. Okay, so it's stupid. Got it.
Yeah, it kind of is.
Yeah, I think it's.
I appreciate the art direction.
It looks like I can't lie. It looks nice, but I don't get the concept.
Yeah, it has
at all.
a Tim Burton kind of style in a way.
Yeah.
It looks almost like it's stop motion, but it's not. It's okay. I think this is a game that I'm guessing that it's got good reviews because of the style and Tim Schafer.
They're very positive on Steam,
right?
And it's cozy and all that. It is Game Pass.
You don't have to pay for it if you already got Game Pass.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of got lost in it for a little bit before the show, and I'm not going to go back.
Now, Thunderdome keeps asking over and over, John, did you get to the robot village yet?
No, I didn't. I only played it for about a half hour before the show.
Okay.
I was going to play more, but I ended up making a fucking Pokemon song.
It'll be worth it. People will enjoy it. You want to play a little?
Should we go into Digimon here, or
yeah?
You want me to bring that up?
I would like to do that.
Yeah, you bring
because
up Digimon
listen, Ryan. The thing is, I don't want to fully show my hand right now. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. How do we handle that then?
That's why I was asking because I don't.
That's actually a really good idea. You go now, and I'll introduce my side. Before Pokemon.
Okay, so it's
hard to talk about them separately. That's
yes,
the thing.
It
is very hard.
It's very hard.
Maybe we just
considering
talk about it together, but
considering the timing of everything, the releases of them. It's very hard to just talk about one and not the other. Okay,
for sure.
And no matter what I say about Digimon, I'm going to start talking about Pokemon.
Yeah.
So how do you want to do this exactly? Should we just do them together in a joint roundtable?
Sure, but I also want Ryan to give his thoughts on Digimon more too, because he actually played the game and not just
I want
demo.
that too.
Yeah, let's do that.
I finished the demo. It took me about 2 hours last night.
About 2 hours.
It was surprisingly long.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a pretty good length for sure.
And if you buy the game, your demo does continue, which is a little tempting, I have to admit.
Yeah.
But why don't we do them both together? And do you want to do that now or?
Yeah, Ryan, I mean, it's your 10-second spotlight. Did you play any other creature games you want to bring up first, or do you?
Me? Or John?
No, you, Ryan.
Me? No.
Okay,
I played the hell out of Digimon and Pokemon. That was it.
All right, so tell me your impressions, because you've played monster games. You've done it since you were a kid. What do you think of Digimon Story Time Stranger overall? Because I only did the demo, so I don't know where it goes. I don't know the depth.
All right, if we're going overall gameplay as a whole, I think it's a very well-rounded, turn-based creature collector. You have the gimmick where you're catching, or in this case, converting Digimon as you battle them more. The more you battle them, the stronger you can convert them into whatever they turn into. Mm-hmm. And it's basically the same baseline amongst all these different creature collector games. And then you use them in battle, you grow them, you evolve them into stronger ones. Digimon's got its gimmick where you can kind of evolve 2 into 1, or you can evolve 1 into like 5 different ones that then evolve into 3 other ones, and so on. The trees are way more fleshed out in Digimon, where 2 or 3 of the same Digimon can evolve into the same one. Like
it was confusing to me at first. I saw a lot of layers of monster stuff.
So there is a lot of layers there,
and they have like
a lot
slots.
Of depth. Yeah, there's a lot of depth to the stats, to each Digimon, to how many they evolve into. You can de-digivolve and go backwards to get another one, like go backwards and then forwards again. But the combat itself is pretty much the same. You got type weaknesses, you have your hidden stats, you have your visible stats that you're trying to farm for. Now, the game itself, very similar. Like these 2 games, I know I'm leading into the Pokemon comparison a little early, but they are very similar when it comes to gameplay. You track down another Digimon. You're not fighting trainers in Digimon. You're fighting other Digimon. Nobody else is really controlling these Digimon and saying, "Oh, attack this." You're basically fighting
in the wild
Digimon.
So
that are
it's
from
only
the
turn-based,
Digi
though,
world.
old school, because you can shoot them before you go into the turn-based. You have a little gun
thank
and
you,
you can
Michelle.
shoot at them, and
That's
I like that.
the best feature of this game is the E button.
Yep.
Because if you're walking in some fucking whatever basement,
there is some real-time, old school. That's what I liked about it.
And there's roaming Digimon. Sorry. You could just one-shot them and they're dead if you're powerful enough.
Yeah,
and you don't have to deal with the battle.
Yep.
And I like that a lot, a ton.
I agree with you there. Yeah.
And they also can interact with the environment. I like too.
Yeah, you can. Very limited though.
But they can tear down walls and shit. Like if you come up to an obstacle or a barrier.
That's the crazy part, because I have a massive list of similarities between ZA and this, and I couldn't even compare like a regular main series Pokemon game to Digimon this much. But Legends, like this series as a whole, and Digimon Time Story Stranger are so similar. There's that breakable wall. There's the attack before you get into the encounter. There's the open world, the items that you're running over in the open world. You break open objects to get items. The NPCs are kind of just soulless. They're standing there. They have 1 or 2 lines. That's about it. There's so many different things that are identical in these games.
I didn't feel that soulless with Digimon. Like I kind of immediately, this isn't my type of game, right? And I'm not into monster stuff, but other than Monster Hunter. But I did like the presentation, and I reviewed it on our Weeb episode that we did, that it kind of is futuristic, cyberpunky world, and you have like this, you choose between the male or female character, and the other one's your companion. They come through almost like Cortana on your little cell phone. They're giving you instructions. They're talking to you, fully voice acted, which Pokemon is not. More interactive,
makes a bigger difference than I ever would have thought.
You want to know why the main character
and the art
doesn't
style is off the charts too. It's very anime and clean.
Let's be clear though, the main character does not talk. But
the monsters talk and your companion talks.
I know, but here's the thing. This is what Nintendo did wrong. In Digimon, your main character doesn't talk, and it doesn't kind of matter, and you don't notice as much because the lips don't move as much.
It doesn't matter.
Right?
Yeah.
Because in Pokemon, the characters are talking like you're deaf, like you can't hear them, but they're doing like full sentences, and you're like, is my volume broken?
Been better like if they did like the Animal Crossing thing where it's just like
but why bother? You can get a voice actor for $2.
I know.
It doesn't make any sense. I was wondering if Pokemon didn't have voice acting because of like the loading more data, because I was getting
localization. It's probably localization too.
No, they've just never had it. There's no excuse with a company that big.
It seemed dated and off right away. And the voice acting is one of the things I really liked about Digimon, and the look of it being more clean. So if we're going to compare the games, that's
can I just say
the first things that hit me.
My 2 cents here real quick?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, so I played Pokemon like, I don't know, 3-4 hours or something over the weekend and stuff. And then I went to Digimon last night and I played the entire demo. And I was like kind of blown away by how much better Digimon was in every single way.
That's where I'm at with it. And
like it's cooler. It's cooler.
Yep.
It's a cooler fucking
world.
It's more adult.
It's more adult.
There is like this weird like Vaseline filter that's kind of over the game, which kind of adds like to some like level of grittiness or realism. I don't know how to describe it.
Digitally, like you're going.
Yeah. And I liked the combat. I liked the E button. I liked to be able to like avoid getting into a big fucking arena, like, or not arena,
which
but
you can do in Legends ZA too.
Yeah. And what else was I going to say? I do like the way that you have like a stack of them in you have a stack of Digimon, and you have 3. In the demo, you can have 3 in the main rotation, and then when that one dies, it just pulls the next one in, and then you have 3 again. And I liked how that all worked, and I did like how they evolved, and I liked how you didn't have to capture them; you just had to encounter them enough and kind of get enough points on them to then digitally evolve them or whatever into your inventory. Right? I don't know how to say all that.
So both of it's funny because everything you just listed is in Legends ZA in one way or another.
Yeah.
The more you battle Pokemon, the stronger versions of them you can get. You have to catch them, yes. Whereas in Digimon, you have to attack them more to get a stronger one when you convert it.
Yeah, so they're doing the same thing. Digimon's like presenting it like in a more of like a mathematical way, just like very black and white.
And like Michelle said, it's more mature. And of course, right off the bat, you notice Digimon has better graphics. It's graphically more impressive. They don't release a game every year like Pokemon did. They had way more time to create this world. Now, what bothered me is they still had loading screens every section. Whereas, see, it's hard because I have to compare it to just Legends, the Legends series, because the main series games are completely different. They are made with routes and different areas where you were expecting loading screens. Whereas in Digimon, I almost wasn't expecting. You go to that green checkpoint and then it stops and loads the next chunk.
I don't remember that either.
Oh, it does it a lot.
If it was happening,
if
it was happening, it wasn't that much of a problem.
I guess in the demo, you're kind of restricted to that. Those couple little
areas. You're going
areas.
up the tower. Yeah, you're fighting up the tower.
So once you get into the main world, every I would say 100 feet, you're walking into a loading screen, and you're not changing areas. You're just getting to like a crosswalk, hitting that checkpoint, and then loading in the area in front of you, and then moving forward again. And it's not bad. It's very fast, especially even on the Steam Deck. It loads super quick, so it's like you don't really notice it, but it does. The screen does go black, and you do load into it.
Now, I haven't seen people mention that, but I want to play more now just to kind of see. I mean, I guess I can't go past the demo, but one of the things I wanted to bring up, like outside of our impressions, like Pokemon, it's probably could be higher now, but Legends ZA on Metacritic, the user score was 3.7, and then a bunch of 10 glazers came in, and then it went to a 4.6. Digimon
glazers?
Story. Yeah, like they were glazing it with 10s, right? Then Digimon Story Time Stranger has a 9.3 user score. And Pokemon
I
is
think
getting
I gotta say it because this isn't just me being a Pokemon fan. You got the bombers, the review bombing Pokemon, but you also have the glazers
who are fans. though.
Absolutely,
too.
me included. I'm not saying that. That's wrong. But then you also have the people saying, "Fuck Pokemon. I'm going to go give Digimon a good review." And I'm guarantee you that's why I think
Digimon review is already high though. Because like I talked about this game a couple of weeks. I talked about this game a couple of weeks ago.
How is it that these both came out in the same like week?
Well, I talked about this game a couple of weeks ago, and I said it was good, and I called it, and I said this is going to be good, and then it came out and it had good reviews. So I don't think it's like a bad game that people are just bumping. And I don't think Pokemon is
not a
good.
bad game at all.
Like Pokemon,
I think it is inflated,
let's talk about our initial Pokemon impressions. I couldn't believe how fucking shitty it looked. It looked like a mobile game. It looked like crap. The no voice acting was so jarring and dated. I was having character pop-ins every 2 feet, so it just looked bad, and it like ran whatever. But like the buildings are like stitched together where they don't even line up. Like they used AI to like seal buildings. You can't go in any of them. They actually have trainers standing outside of them at like the cafes or whatever, and you just talk to them with a menu. And there's no voice acting, so you're just clicking through text menus to talk to these fucking people. It is such a dead world. And
I honestly
game.
think that that's just a quality of life thing. They didn't want to. They want to streamline.
But this is the biggest property there is, Pokemon. They have money, endless development, and they put out a shit product.
Yep.
Ryan, could it be?
But this is a subgenre game.
Okay, that's what I was going to ask you. Could it be? Could it be because it's not the main?
I
feature
solely
game.
Believe that. I truly believe that that's it. It's only
project.
combat.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
they gave it to like a B team and said.
But shouldn't the B team be outshining who made Digimon?
I can't say the same about the graphics. For the gameplay itself, it is doing exactly what it's supposed to do, and it's very fun. I'm having a blast with the gameplay.
Well, it's more real-time combat too. They got rid of the turn-based entirely, right?
Well, the turn-based is saved for the main series, so don't even mention that because this is its own thing, and it's the second in the series. And the first one was like a hybrid real-time and turn-based. This is full-on real-time combat, and I don't know. I feel like they did a really good job with it. It's a little bit janky at times with like the direction. You can't place your Pokemon in certain spots. I really wish that once you entered a battle, you could become the Pokemon and move them and dodge them and stuff. Whereas you're dodging your character while your Pokemon's kind of just running around.
They follow you, right? Like
they follow you until you did like tell it to go attack. Now, outside of like those 2D textures on the buildings and stuff, they did upgrade the 3D models for the Pokemon and for your characters. In Scarlet and Violet, everything was horrible. It had like a white outline. They were not good. They looked like absolute ass. In this, they actually look very appealing and real and 3D and like a cartoon, like a 3D cartoon creature should look. And I feel like they did a really good job with those. And this is coming from a Pokemon fan. It's interesting to hear your guys' opinion from the outside in.
I mean, right. Just playing these two games and knowing nothing about either.
Can I just say my impressions of this? Because I haven't said really. Ryan.
Yeah.
So I went into this with extreme open mind, okay? And I'm like, I'm gonna get into this. I'm gonna enjoy it. I have to say, I knew the graphics were shit. I recognized it, okay? Mm-hmm. But I did like the little world that we were in. That city, the train in the beginning.
Even that was bait. That train cutscene at the beginning looked beautiful.
I know it did. And I was instantly like kind of happy about it, right? And it was, I guess, more of a mature story. It wasn't, you're like some drifter or something, and then you come into the town and like some girl latches onto you and like takes you to some John Wick hotel to like fight Pokemon or something.
Instantly. Like, nobody knows why you're there.
Exactly. So weird, and the guy's just going along with it, I guess so. And he's got some bag with some diseased mutant thing inside of it. By the way, what's going on with that? Where does that go?
What bag of disease? Okay. So those are Zygarde cells.
Yeah.
In the old games, you collect them, and 50% of them turns into one Pokemon. 75 turns into another, and then 100% form is like this big, giant mech-looking Pokemon.
Yeah. So,
which actually kind of looks like
but here's the thing: what I did like was destroyed the minute I played Digimon. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
if you can only play one, I think Digimon's the better game.
I think it is too. I think it's just,
that's why the reviews are reflecting on Metacritic. It's not all made up. It's the fact. I think it's a better game.
I don't think it's made up either. I appreciate what they're trying to do here with the combat and all that, and the John Wick hotel, and obviously I didn't play nowhere near as much as you. Okay.
No.
Yes.
But as soon as I played Digimon, I was like, fuck that shit.
Yep. CC kind of nailed it where he said they made it for Pokemon fans. Pokemon fans are still going going
it
to
does
enjoy
feel
it.
like it's for kids, like really young kids too. Like,
but this is honestly a step up.
And why is everyone
they're such
nerds? Like even the gangs are like nerds. Like
I heard it's all I heard it's all like beta male dudes.
Yeah,
and,
they're
fat
all like
chicks.
It's
like
just
someone told me they went to a GameStop.
You're gonna challenge my Pokemon.
It's only fat chicks that like Pokemon. I don't know what
always
it is.
been that way. It's always been that way. Even from the very beginning, they've always been weird, quirky.
This is my Zigzamoid. Watch him fight.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's
I can't.
Fucking. It's like
just
it's a gang of bookworms attacking you with their animals.
So, let me get to this. If you're in my shoes, I'm looking past those 2D textures on the background because that's not what I'm looking.
But Ryan, I am too. I'm kind of with you on that. Yeah.
Now let me continue here. So that I look past. I go for the Pokemon. I go for the battling. I go for the collecting, the shiny hunting, whatever you're gonna do in the game. There is a lot to do if you're looking past that. Now I don't necessarily think it's a good thing to look past it. I do. It's like I have horse blinders on sometimes, but I really tried to step back and give like an unbiased review with this. And I totally agree with all the negative things that people are saying, but it's not just black and white. I feel like there are a lot of good things in this game that make it fun, that make it attractive.
For a Nintendo game to get this low of a review score, it's bad. And there's a lot of like actual like reviewers doing something is wrong. Now that doesn't mean you didn't have fun or you don't appreciate it as a Pokemon fan, but I feel like they quote, and I'm not making a joke, they dropped the ball because something is off here and it's not just the voice acting and the graphics. Like, what is that? Or is
the weird part is it's a step forward, but I'm tired of steps forward. We need
you want to
like
leap forward.
A grand slam. We need something to. Yeah. Now for Digimon, I had a blast. There's so many little things. Like you can just stand still for 5 seconds and heal your whole team. You don't have to go anywhere to heal your squad. Amazing. Why can't we do that in Pokemon?
Yeah, I thought that was a little.
You can do it with items.
It seemed a little cheap, Ryan. Like I was like, this is like too easy.
Yeah. And I bought the $15 DLC for Digimon, which kind of it sped up my game.
Okay.
So I can go and gain. There's 3 different dungeons I can go battle in endlessly. One's for XP, one's for money, and one's for the crafting materials. And you can just endlessly grind for them. So I can go out. I walked out in like half an hour with 1,000,000 yen, and I walked into the XP garden, and I got all my Digimon up to like level 20 when I was, I don't know, like an hour into the game. So like you can easily progress. And it's just like, I feel like it's like that with a lot of these Japanese games where you can just pay extra to have like a grinding area. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if I didn't buy that, it would be very similar to the progression in Pokemon. Like your 1-for-1 battles, you gain small amounts of XP, or you find an item that's worth a certain amount of XP on the ground, you can give it to a Pokemon, they level up a little bit, and so on like that.
I wanted to ask you, Ryan, if you played the other games, like the other Pokemon games, because I was hearing people that like saying things above my head, but they were saying like they were upset with the fact that there are no like actual dungeons in the Pokemon game. They're like underground areas, which are pretty much like hallways. I guess some of the other older games were more open world or more dungeony or something like that. They were complaining about the painted on doors. So you say everything's been a step forward, but that doesn't sound like everything.
Michelle, the old games I played were straight up like Square RPGs.
Is a step forward. Yeah. Okay. So the main series is there's a lot more dungeon like stuff. The gyms are dungeons. You have puzzles to solve to get to the gym leader and fight them. You're going through grassy areas and like grass patches and water patches to like you battle surprise attacks from Pokemon and stuff, or you battle trainers in the wild. Whereas this is like, it is strictly open world. Now Legends Arceus had 5 or 6 open world chunks. This is one map. And that's where I think they took a step back from Arceus. This is just the city. It's a circular city. It has height where you can climb on the buildings and a little bit of underground stuff, like not very much at all. At least that I've come across
or something.
Yet.
Somebody was saying too, missing a fighting arena.
The arenas are essentially, they kind of come out of nowhere when you reach a mega Pokemon. Like the mega Pokemon are your bosses, and your gym leaders are essentially your Z to A battle royale thing. So every time you reach a new rank, you fight a master of that letter. So you get the letters X, and then you battle enough trainers in the wild area, and you can face that guy. And once you beat him, you can move to Y or all the way up the alphabet until you get to A. Okay. So those are kind of like the gym leaders. And your dungeon Pokemon are like the megas in the wild. They're the rogue megas. I don't know if you guys got that far yet.
No.
So they're basically, Mega Evolution is from this generation. And it's like a way to enhance your Pokemon stats and make them look a little cooler. And these rogue megas are roaming the city. That's what the story is kind of revolving around. There's this mega energy roaming around the city, and it's attaching itself to Pokemon and evolving them in the streets, and you go and have to save them. You have to defeat them to kind of harness the energy, I'd say. And it kind of teleports you to a battle arena. Whereas in Legends Arceus, you went to that arena in the game and then took on that fight with the alpha. That's where like that's like that game version.
John, you
of
fight with
Mega
alphas all the
Pokemon.
time.
Yeah.
Now
in Pokemon Snap, I had a camera. I didn't notice that's not in here at all.
There's a camera, but it's not Pokemon Snap. Pokemon Snap is completely different.
Ryan, I want to ask you.
It's a joke.
John, I'm glad you mentioned that.
It's a joke, right?
I'm glad you mentioned that. Look at how beautiful Pokemon Snap was.
Yeah,
that game was gorgeous.
My daughter had that game when she was very young, and if I remember right, you were just like on a cart running, and taking pictures of Pokemon in bushes.
You're like in a safari, like a real life safari, and you're feeding the Pokemon, taking pictures. Now, if every Pokemon game looked like that, but played like Legends ZA or played like even Scarlet and Violet, because it did have like a decent mechanic, like gameplay system to it, no one would be even questioning that this game isn't a 10.
Right.
But the fact that it looks like it does is what's holding it back.
Sorry.
I just want to ask a question because, like, the game I remember the most, and I don't remember which one it was. I know it was on a Game Boy Advance, I think. Maybe the DS, probably Game Boy Advance. But it was very much like a Square RPG. And I remember playing it, being kind of blown away, like a Chrono Trigger or something like that, And I was thinking, wow, this is like a straight up RPG game. And I got into it.
Well, they all are like that. Everything before.
But is there a 3D equivalent of that anywhere?
No, the closest thing to that on the Switch is Sword and Shield. They went more open world with Scarlet and Violet, but yeah, Sword and Shield kind of still stuck to the old formula of like towns and like traveling through them, gym leaders, all that, which is exactly how.
The Dragon Quest one was kind of RPG-ish, John. You might like it.
Yeah.
So those original Game Boy ones is kind of what everybody wants, and we knew it was going in that 3D direction. Like on the DS, on the 3DS, they did go 2D, 3D hybrid, and they did a really good job with those games, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But yeah, they kind of dropped the ball going into full 3D, and they haven't been able to pick it back up.
Would you still tell people, because John and I can kind of see that we would tell people if they could only own one, and by the way, Digimon's on everything, this is Pokemon's only Switch, would you still tell people, like John and I, if you could only buy one, buy Digimon? I feel like you would still tell people to buy Pokemon. Am I wrong?
There's two answers. If you have a history with Pokemon,
there's only one answer, Ryan.
Pokemon.
Which one would you recommend? No, it's up to the, like you say. Yeah,
if you have a history with Pokemon, you will probably have more fun and relate more to Pokemon. You'll have more fun catching recognizable things. If you don't, I'd say go for Digimon. But at the same time, me as a longtime Pokemon fan, and I haven't even watched Digimon since I was a child, I'm loving both.
Okay.
I kind of look past the shittiness.
Digimon's way more mature than I remember it. Because again, my daughter, back in the day,
they changed the art style.
She had some Digimon stuff. It was very juvenile, right? Mm-hmm. Like I remember, I think Burger King did like something like, and we got toys and like it was all skewed super, super young. This Digimon that we have now skews super older. It's like way cooler. It's like cool.
There's like is there an
more
anime
badass
for it?
like.
Yeah, badass. Exactly.
Okay.
And in the game Hey You Pikachu, you had a microphone. I didn't see any of that in this game.
Hey You Pikachu. Oh my God, that was so old, John. That's crazy. That was on like the
60
game.
And
I did
64.
play a Pokemon game. My friends and my
Yeah.
boyfriend at the time with his friends would play Pokemon Battles. What was it?
Stadium?
GameCube?
Stadium.
Yeah, Stadium.
That was on the N64 too.
Okay, we played it on
Stadium.
GameCube.
There was Stadium, and then there was XD or.
That was kind of loved, right? That game, because that was kind of a big thing.
Pokemon Stadium.
Yeah,
we had that.
It also was.
If
If you go back and play it on the Nintendo Online, it's so jank. It's so
it was
bad.
good for the time and fighting with your friends. Okay, but so that would be the one Pokemon game I played.
I don't know. Me just putting all my like the negativity that I'm seeing in the game aside, I'm having a lot of fun.
Right.
I don't want to, like when I'm critiquing the game, I want it to be known that there are these downfalls. There is bad aspects to this that they cannot keep doing and keep getting away with. But like Cece said, it's Pokemon. They're going to buy this game up every time, and they're almost never going to change it. The only hope I have for the game is there's a rumor that Gen 10, so this will be for main series. It'll probably be turn-based. It's going to be Switch 2 only. It's made exclusively in a new engine with a completely new, like ground up Pokemon.
Yeah.
Now I think this is where because they took 2 years off. I think they haven't released a big title since since Scarlet and Violet, and Legends ZA was supposed to be a Switch 1 title. They delayed it, made it for both, kind of upgraded a bit. That's why it's kind of running pretty good on the Switch 1. And they also delayed Gen 10. And I believe that's the reason they got a lot of criticism for Scarlet and Violet. Like more than this. It was generally hated amongst everybody. And it was deserved. It was terrible. Like the frame rate, everything, the resolution, everything looked terrible in that game. The only thing it had going for it was a decent story and decent gameplay that was kind of tucked behind all this crap. Now, this is a step forward, like I'm saying. It's not a massive leap. It's not this crazy, groundbreaking game. It's a lot more fun. It looks a lot better, but I think they can still do better. And if Gen 10 isn't this groundbreaking new engine, new game, I think they're going to have a problem with it. I honestly think people are going to boycott it.
Now, Heart Gold and Soul Silver had a pedometer. I didn't see that in this either.
I still have my pedometer.
I do too. I have those still.
I love that thing. I think it's such a cool little piece of like history.
It sounds to me like, Ryan, because I've said this before about games, it's flawed but fun. And so if you had fun and you appreciated it, even as a Pokemon fan, it sounds like it's worth picking up for people on the Switch. But I still think if you could only buy one, that you should. And even if you're a Pokemon fan, you've always poo-pooed Digimon. You'd be like, I think it's lame, it's stupid, it's the poor man's whatever. I do think it's worth looking at Time Stranger. And there is a 2-hour demo on PlayStation.
I was shocked at how good it was, honestly.
Yeah.
It was
so much fun.
The demo's very linear. And Michelle, by the way, I think that after you finish the demo, you can go back in there and then explore the open part of it.
Okay.
I
probably won't play it, but
I think there's more content to do after you finish the demo.
The one thing that I didn't like about Digimon is I initially played the game on hard, which is the second highest difficulty. You don't even have the highest difficulty unlocked. And I found the only thing that made it harder was like an HP buff. So all the enemies they hit you harder and they had a massive health bar.
Yeah, longer to
and
kill.
Then and I dropped it down to normal, and it was still quite difficult in like certain boss fights, but it didn't feel like you were hitting like a punching bag that was just taking everything. Whereas on hard, it was like pretty rough. Now that's something that everyone's been asking Pokemon for a while, because we know it's mainly a kid's game, but a lot of adults play it because of the nostalgia. We grew up with it and all that. They need to make a hard version, like a harder, like a game mode in there that is more difficult.
Pal World?
That's a different
totally
game.
different.
Pal World's a survival card. I loved Pal World.
Now,
but no,
you can argue that the competitive thing, like online competitive and like the whole competitive scene around Pokemon, is that step up. That is what makes it harder. And they're totally right, because it is difficult. You can't just jump into competitive Pokemon and pretend like you know what you're doing, because there's so much depth to it.
They should make a movie about that.
You wouldn't believe the amount of crowds they get every year for this
sweaty
stuff.
nerds. Yeah,
they have regionals in every major city. And then they have worlds.
Must
and it
smell
is crazy.
really bad in there.
I can imagine. It comes to Toronto for regionals. I've always been tempted to go, but I've never gone.
Oh, that's funny. Well, anyway, I think we kind of gave a good review of these. I'm glad Ryan was here, like I said, to give a perspective, because I don't know anything about like how good or bad this game really is if you're comparing it to other Pokemon games. But we are giving away a copy of Digimon Time Stranger from loaded.com on our Discord. So if you want to win, check it out in there. And anything else in closing you guys want to say?
No, I could talk forever about both of these games. Like I had fun. I had a good amount of fun.
Listen,
with both
I'm
of them.
going.
Questions come to Discord. Ryan
I'm
will
going
answer
to play.
your
I'm
questions.
going to play more Pokemon. I am going to. I am.
I am not.
Yeah, John. Get to like the mega when you fight a rogue mega Pokemon. Get to when you're battling through the battle royale portion, like the main story, not the online stuff.
Right.
Get to that and then tell me how you feel about the gameplay. I'd definitely like to hear what you think.
For sure. All right, and then I have to just add something to my keeper review.
Oh,
Michelle.
sure. Go ahead.
Thunderdome Gaming Society in Twitch said that you do play as a boat at some point in the game.
Wow, that's scary.
And I did a quick Google here. So
do you play as the bird ever?
So after you break free from the moss at the end of the cutscene for Chapter 18, you can move around in the water. You will temporarily play as a boat.
This game is
temporarily.
Stupid.
So you're not just a lighthouse all the time. And I believe you might play as a wheel at some point too.
Mm.
So you just play like all these inanimate objects. It's like Yeah.
But according to Google, you temporarily play as a boat. So it's not a full transformation.
Well, good. If you want to play as a boat, go play Keeper on Game Pass, or do not buy this game.
Actually, okay, wait. I have. Sorry, I have one more thing to say about this comparison between Pokemon and Digimon.
Yeah. You're just trying to defend you, Poke fanboy. Let's hear it.
No. This is really weird, actually, because in the last game there was a trainer or a gym leader that was like a streamer, like a YouTuber. Okay, and it was cool. It was like the first time they ever did anything like this. That was their whole personality, always being online, live streaming everything. So in this one, Digimon has an NPC or a character that is also a streamer, and this whole VTuber thing going on. Yeah. It's a young girl. And then in Pokemon in ZA, they have the exact same thing again. And there's this whole, and it's really weird. There's this old man that you discover. Yeah. No, I don't even know. I think it's just the culture thing. Like it's the VTuber thing. But you find out that this old man is like playing this young VTuber
that's
girl.
What it is.
And like catfishing. It's so weird.
Wait, that's in the Pokemon game?
That's creepy. Because that's what happens. You think those VTubers are like dudes, like old men.
Yeah. She's the one like playing the game and she's the real trainer, but he's like pretending to be her in her VTuber form and like hologram form around the world. And you find out and it's like really
that's creepy.
Weird.
But it's weird. That happens. Like we were doing an ASMR episode. I've told this story before. We reached out to like this girl who was doing ASMR and she had like a handler. She's Chinese, she didn't speak English. So she was just playing the game. The guy was like playing the games and she was just talking. She's like, so I can't come on. Cause she kind of told us, like this happens. Like a lot of the times they're not playing.
That's it. That's exactly what
that's
this is.
Then Pokemon captured that. Yeah. They're like, let's just tell this story. Cause that's what's going on. It's probably not the girl. All right. Well, that's good. If you want to talk more Pokemon, Digimon, Ryan will talk with you. He knows his shit. So come on down to Discord and win Time Stranger and chat with Ryan. All right.
I did forget one thing I wanted to mention about Pokemon ZA. It was the online combat. Now, online they have the same structure as in the base game. You go from Z to A, but you're online fighting real trainers. Now it's like a 4-person free-for-all. You each have 3 Pokemon, preferably Mega Evolutions, because you won't win any other way. You don't have any sort of chance. And you fight your way from Z to A. Now, they locked 1 or 3 right now, but they're in seasons. So every month they're going to put in a new one. They locked an exclusive Megastone behind hitting a certain rank, which is rank F. And to get there, you have to win battles. You have to Mega Evolve. You have to collect points or like earn points through the combat style and everything through your 4v4 battles or 1v1v1, whatever, your little free-for-all battles. It is so effing difficult. It is impossible. I think I'm like,
because you're playing against people with Japanese characters in their names?
Yeah, those are always
you are sometimes, but because
they're the ones that destroy me in Splatoon.
They're the ones that come save you in Monster Hunter.
Yeah, and they save you in Monster Hunter.
You can have 3 different, like you can cover all your bases for like your typings and have like attacks that will be strong against certain types and vice versa. You're always going to be weak against certain things. And you can cover all your bases, but it doesn't matter. You go into this and as long as like, if you're not watching your back, you're going to get hit from somebody. As soon as you hit low health, somebody's going to try and like farm you. And basically, the more kills you have, you win. Like, the higher your kills is first place, second place, third place, fourth place. Lowest kills, you lose. You kind of de-rank from that, unless you get enough points doing other things. I think this is the worst way to have like a battle structure online. It should have been 1v1, or at least like 1v1v1, not 4 people. 4 people is just chaos. Everybody's just running around with their Pokemon like you do in the open world in the game, but you're just spamming attacks on each other. And there's no strategy to it. There's no being good at it. It's all about timing and luck and like
they want
luck of who you're going against.
Yeah, they don't want skill.
Yeah, and it's not skill whatsoever. And locking like actual content behind it is abysmal. It's actually terrible because it takes a while to get there. I've sat down maybe 3 times now to try and get to F. And I'm still like 19 letters into the alphabet. Like I'm way down there.
Pokemon.
Yeah, shame on me. I've tried.
No, I've shaming them for the $30 pack with monsters in it.
Shame on me for sucking.
Shame on all of you fucks. I'm tired. Let's talk about other news. Before I fall asleep. Fortnite is turning into Springfield from The Simpsons next month. It actually looks cool. I don't really like Fortnite, but it does look like it's going to be fun. Hopefully one of us checks that out and maybe talks about it, or somebody from the community.
Like the whole map's going to be Springfield?
Yeah. It is.
Is that true? Good. Like the whole entire map?
Yeah. Apparently, it's like the full Springfield town. Like everything. You're going to get to go see Mo, and maybe you could see the game store guy, like the comic book store guy, and Mr. Burns, who I always
That's
liked.
A good
it's
idea.
Like Tapped Out. Did you guys ever play Tapped Out?
Yes, I played Tapped Out. Game? And there was also a good like open world Simpsons hit and run game that we all liked back in the day.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I liked Simpsons, so I'll probably want to see this at least, even if I don't play it. I'll probably want to look at some stuff. Now, Jedi wanted us to talk about the Windows Central news here. Next Xbox won't be cheap. Sarah Bond teases a, quote, very premium, high-end, next-gen console experience, but also confirms it is a PC console hybrid. What do you think, guys? We knew that.
So it's a PC.
It's confirmed.
Listen, I think the Xbox ROG Ally, that's exactly where that is the next Xbox, okay? That's just a handheld version, right?
People who think it's a bad thing don't get it.
I don't think it is.
But the price is probably going to go up.
Well, take the front end.
That was going to happen anyway with the fucking way the market's going and like everything. Like I
feel like you'll be able to build a better PC for the price that they're going to charge for this thing.
It's the experience that they're selling, though. It's the ease of use. The big picture interface.
You're going to be able to get on that Xbox Live dashboard or whatever it is the same way on a PC as you will on their Xbox computer, whatever they're going to call this thing. I think if they're already telling you it's going to be expensive, it's probably going to be way more worth your money to buy a PC. To build
the average person won't do that. It won't be in GameStop. It won't be in Target. Like the marketing potential behind this, though, is going to be better.
And the form factor is going to. But the form factor, I'm guessing, will be living room friendly. Okay. Mm-hmm. It's not a big tower. Like you're saying,
Michelle, this thing's going to be in your Walmart gaming area, and your
grandma's going to pick it up for little Jimmy for Christmas, and you're going to see this stuff. Whereas the PCs were still kind of like, as big as PC gaming is, it's still like not looked at as mainstream because you don't see it like as pushed in your face in stores. I feel like, of the average casual gamer, so it's going to be a different market. But a lot of the comments are saying a console that dual boots Windows will sell like hotcakes if it's priced like a console. That is the thing. Will it be priced like a console? But what is a console anymore? What do you think the next gen PlayStation is going to be?
I don't know. At least $600.
Yeah, if this is 7, like the prices are just going up.
But if the ROG is almost $1,000, the PC is going to be closer to $1,500.
The handheld things are always a little more money, just like a laptop. You never get as good of a quality like laptop, like price per frame, as you do in a laptop, as you do with a PC.
No, absolutely not.
So the handhelds,
but I feel like they're going to try and take a hit, right? Because they've always been about selling games, so they might take a hit on the sale for the device. Yeah, on the hardware, but
and get you on the Game Pass. And if they might have a Game Pass bundle too, like you get a year of Game Pass and this console.
Well, that was something people brought up. You used to get Game Pass for a couple of months when you bought a ROG. Now the new Xbox ROG, you don't. They got rid of it.
Wait, for the actual Xbox one, you don't get Xbox Game Pass?
You don't get Xbox Game Pass anymore. There was like a 3-month that came with free or something, which, it adds up. So they're getting rid of that.
I remember when you bought a 360, you would get like 6 months of Xbox Live for free or 3 months. Yeah. They would throw that in.
There's always like a 30 days or something. The new Xbox
console is going to be $1,500 or $2,000. No way.
I don't think so.
She said premium. The current one's $650, so this will be over $1,000. I think they're going to try to keep it under $1,000, but I don't think it's going to be $600. And I don't think we're going to be seeing that a lot anymore with everything. Like, I feel like the prices are just going up.
You guys think that'll be their only option, or do you think they'll have
No, that's it. Going forward from now on, I believe it's Windows, it's PC hybrid, I think I think it's a smart thing to do, because if you can only own one console for your living room, right now you'd probably go, okay, I'll take the PlayStation because I want to play the PlayStation exclusives. But now you have a choice. You might say, I'll take that Xbox because I want to play my whole fucking Steam library. And I don't want to have to buy the games twice, because I bought God of War twice on PlayStation and PC. And I bought...
Well, and people are already saying they're playing PlayStation games on their ROG Ally.
Exactly. So
it's Windows.
If you want to do everything, if you want the most games possible, including emulation, you're going to want the PC-based thing. So this actually gives Xbox an edge here, because you're going to be playing, so a lot of people can't do what we all do or what we've done before, where we have 3 consoles and we have a PC and we have they have to pick one thing. And so now you have to choose between... This makes Xbox more attractive if it has a PC infrastructure. And a lot of people will be getting access to games that they've never even seen before because of that.
Listen, I like it. If it is a small, elegant, sexy device for $800 to $1,000,
I don't think it's going to be elegant and sexy like the girl in red shoes that you like.
Well, whatever.
John,
if it's a console, okay, and it's not a big tower and it fits in
Nobody
my entertainment
likes the big
center,
box, so
I will buy that, okay. And if it's decently powered, it can, if it's clearly a next gen over the Series X, whatever that is, and it's small and $800 or $1,000, I will buy that in a heartbeat.
No, Opti's mentioning a good point. Like $1,000 doesn't get you a good PC nowadays, so they're gonna have to take a hit on the hardware. Like, I don't see them releasing anything powerful as a PC.
It doesn't have to be. Consoles are
like I just said.
No, I know, but they're saying it's going to be extremely powerful.
If it's more powerful than the Series X, and it's a generational leap.
And frame generation, and that's what they're going to say too. And cloud, it's now 100 times more powerful because you can play on that. Like they're going to have some bullshit.
They can't lean on the cloud though; it's too soon for that.
I hope they're
already pushing it.
Yeah.
Though.
I know, but that should be the last resort. That's like you're trapped in a hotel room or something. Like that's the only time you want that.
Trapped in a hotel room. There's better things you can be doing. But any other news you guys saw? Because it's kind of like Alarmo news, John. What's happening here? You wanted to talk about?
There's a big update that came out this week.
You get all the Alarmo news here on VGO. Go ahead, John.
That's right. Well, there was an update. I was complaining not too long ago.
So there wasn't an update.
This could get any less interesting, but it is.
What? Okay, so listen, Nintendo just released Alarmo 3.10 update.
Wow.
Okay, now let me talk about the ability. I mean the abilities, the details of this and the high points here. Okay, there's 2 bullet points. Okay, they've adjusted the alarm clock in Animal Crossing's New Horizons to make it easier to see. That's update number 1. In 3.1.0.
How much money did Nintendo give you to talk about the Alarmo every week?
And listen to this. They fixed some issues and improved stability. That's it. That is what is in this update.
If your
I'm excited.
Needs an update, it's fucking stupid. Okay? If it needs a
Michelle,
sub-service
you stop
like
it's
stupid. The Alarmo is stupid.
I have this thing. It's connected to the internet.
You have an Alarmo, you're
just
a fucking
stop it.
Pussy. Are you listening
You
to me,
stop
John?
it.
You and Matt McCarthy and all you other guys who always talk about your Alarmos.
Secure about my Alarmo.
You're all fucking pussies. Okay?
I am
Get
secure.
the fucking alarm clock off your desk. Okay, use a phone like a normal person.
No, listen. It's in my life forever now. It's just part of who I am.
I got a lot of crazy video game stuff in my house, but I don't think I would have got married this weekend if I had an Alarmo.
It's watching you. It's watching you while you sleep.
No,
he's waking up to coins jingling. It knows when your wife gets out of bed. It knows if you go to the shower. It knows if you take a shit. It's like you're out of bed. Get back in bed.
No, it's great.
It's watching you.
Listen,
has anyone made an app yet that mimics Alarmo for your phone?
No, I don't want that.
$100.
You don't understand. I don't want the cell phone. I don't in the bedroom. I just don't do it. So the Alarmo, it gives me some technology. It's connected to the internet. It's getting updates. It's exciting.
It's ugly.
I never know what it's going to be.
Child's toy. It's not even attractive. Okay, sorry. Like John,
right beside that new flower they got.
No, the Alarmo.
This is a cute thing for a game.
No,
the fact that you keep it by your fucking bedside and it watches you and your wife sleep is the weirdest shit I've ever fucking heard. Okay, yeah, that's right.
The Alarmo. No,
you love it. You have an unhealthy. It's very weird. Like what?
I do.
Do you love waking up to Mario giggling? Like what do you like about it?
And a week ago, they gave me a Kirby update with new themes and alarms and all kinds of stuff. So every morning, I don't know how I'm going to wake up.
This
is it Kirby?
Thing knows more
is
about
it Animal
you than
Crossing?
Your wife, John. Okay, it knows your habits. It's keeping track. All right, I don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't get the Alarmo love, but the people who have it, it's like they've been sucked in. Like they're so happy about it. They love it so much. It's like a cult or something. Like you want to feel like you're a part of something, and you guys all love it. You're like, you'll never understand because you don't own one. Does anyone who owns an Alarmo hate it? Like everybody who fucking owns one loves one.
John's the only person I know that
they're gaslighting themselves into the $100 purchase. That's what they're doing. They've settled. You've settled for this fucking alarm clock.
Okay.
And then you gaslight yourself.
I've had it for how long?
The next fucking
how long have I
years
had the Alarmo? I've spent like 10 cents a day to operate this thing. It's fantastic.
John, you fucking hate this thing and you're overcompensating with love. It's like the guys that always say they have a hot wife. She's always fucking ugly. Guys with hot wives never say she's hot. You just find out she's hot. The guys that go, my hot wife, it's a fucking cow. That's you with your fucking Alarmo, John. I never want it brought up on this show again. Your love for it is unhealthy.
Listen, I'm going to tell everyone about every fucking update that this thing gets until it doesn't get updates. No, this is a feature. This is a benefit of a feature of this show, okay? No other shows are covering this. I don't give a fuck.
No other shows are covering because it's fucking stupid.
Yeah, exactly. This is unique.
Is not a selling point.
This is important.
That should let you know you've missed the fucking mark, John.
No.
Okay, with the 12
it's
people
long
of
overdue.
Alarmos.
It's long overdue, okay?
Krell wants an Alarmo song next week. Please do not. Yeah, it is the sunken cost fallacy. I agree. Like, it is, you're convincing yourself you have to love this thing because you spent $100 on it.
No.
And one day you're going to have a break. No, John, if the midlife Alarmo crisis is coming,
it's not midlife. I'm very secure about everything here. I'm totally fine.
It's going to hit y'all at once. You've been suppressing. It's going to hit you. You're going to take the fucking thing. You're going to throw it at the wall.
That's not me. I'm extremely secure with this Alarmo. Okay,
you're not secure. You're going
I am
to flip
secure
out on it one
about
day
it.
when
I
wakes
like
you
it.
up giggling as Luigi.
If I like it, I like it. That's just the way it goes.
No,
okay.
No,
I don't have.
Look,
who am I impressing? Who am I impressing? Nobody.
Your wife. She's going to look over at the fucking.
No, I impressed her a long
time
ago. That's over. I did that. That job's done.
That's true. Once men think they got you, they'll just be like, whatever. And then, but the Alarmo thing, you slipped in at the end. You should have warned her first.
All right,
slipped it in
for all you Battlefield fans.
Yeah.
On the
what
28th,
about it? It's dead already, according to John. Even though it has like 500,000 people playing.
No one's watching
it.
Yeah, it's totally dead.
Dead.
There's a fucking 1 week game. That game's fucking deader than shit.
No,
Call of Duty is fucking back. You hear me?
Okay, John,
Call of Duty, mark my fucking words.
Call of Duty, you're
Call
a
of Duty
fucking
is back. No, Call of Duty's back. It's back. I see everyone talking about it. They're all saying it's back. Call of Duty's back. You can't tell me otherwise. Listen, Alarmo and Call of Duty till I fucking die. That's it.
John, I want you to get an Alarmo tattoo.
And I was a Battlefield guy before any of you Battlefield posers. So don't tell me, don't try to talk to me about Battlefield, okay?
Namco, thank you. If you have a Mario Wonder talking flower, you're a fucking pussy.
I don't have that.
Oh, okay.
I don't have that.
You just have the little alarm clock that
I'm not
giggles
going
at
to
you
draw
while
the
you
line
fucking
with
sleep.
the talking
It's
fucking flower.
Morning wood. It's seen your erection. Nintendo has you on fucking
It doesn't
file,
see
John.
anything. It's got a
yes, it
IR
does.
sensor, it's not a camera.
Yeah, and it knows, okay? It's got you logged in there.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I like Battlefield 6. I didn't say I didn't like it, okay? And don't try to talk to me about Battlefield.
They're talking to you. They're saying you don't get it.
Now I got some news for the people that are still playing, including myself.
I'm still playing. I played the single player since the last show, by the way, which I didn't mention.
Games coming out? That's the real question. Imagine holding that
I
thing in your hand.
I want to play fucking Doom on the Alarmo. If I could play Doom,
John, it doesn't have a snooze button. So what's the Battlefield news?
It does have.
He's out of control.
The snooze button is your fucking arm, Michelle.
I agree, racked up Wolfie. COD has played out. It's all he talks about. That and Alarmo every week.
No, COD's not played out. Call of Duty's back, and all the hardcore guys, all of us FaZe and eSport guys are into Call of Duty still.
All right, great. Ryan, what was the news?
So on the 28th, the Battle Royale will be out, or it's rumored to be out for Battlefield, as along with 2 new maps for multiplayer. I'm still having some fun with it, playing with my friends. That's probably the only time I'll ever play it is with my buddies. But the Battlefield looks fun. This sounds fun from what they've described. I don't think we've seen any gameplay of it yet.
Are you talking about the Battle Royale?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, the 2 new maps are confirmed. Like, one's coming out in November.
So they're saying that they're going to try and drop it before Call of Duty comes out. I think it's like a week prior.
Well, because Warzone is kind of a juggernaut in that space right now. So
I feel like it's losing a lot of players.
Who's beating it? I guess PUBG, maybe. I don't think so.
Who's beating it are the guys with Alarmos because they can't find a real woman to suck their cock. Get rid of it. Okay, Kevin says it plays when your wife takes off her bra. It plays the Zelda Discovery tune.
I don't understand what's going on here.
Michelle's talking about it.
Michelle has a stronger conviction about it than I do.
Yeah, I'm offended by the Alarmo talk.
You leave the fucking Alarmo alone, okay?
No, I know it because
Battle Royale.
You don't talk about Alarmo ever again like that.
Beef Hammer says I like this shit talking version of Michelle. Well, that is Michelle. I have to keep it together for the show though. This is me tired. I told you I'm retarded, extra retarded. John, you have to never bring up Alarmo again, and then you won't hear me shit talking it ever. I can't handle. I've hit a break point with it.
Every single Alarmo update that happens will be reported on this show.
Nothing happened with the update. You said they fixed bugs. That's not
a Kirby
story.
It's stability upgrades. It's stable. I don't even notice that.
Was it buggy and unstable before that?
Okay, listen. It's quietly making itself better. Okay, and I don't even know what's happening. The thing is, because I don't notice that it doesn't.
I hate anybody with Alarmo. I hate them. I go to an Alarmo island. I don't want you on my fucking planet.
Listen, Alarmo
Island. 2% of the people carrying 90% of morons. You got TikTok and Alarmo. You're all going downhill. Okay, I want nothing to do with it, John.
Island. I am the mayor of Alarmo Island. Let's do it.
You should make that game Alarmo Island. I might actually.
But listen, the update, Michelle,
now,
the update. I forgot to mention the update.
No more Alarmo, John.
You just calm down about this. This is more important than whatever you're going to say, okay? The Animal Crossing New Horizon alarm is now easier to see.
I hate Mario. I don't like looking at him. He's fucking creepy. Some midget in overalls. I don't want him in my bedroom giggling at me while I'm trying to go to sleep, okay?
Listen, I like waking up to coins jingling, okay?
I don't like it. I always hated Mario. I always like Zelda. Okay, maybe he was like, Zelda theme. Can you do a Zelda theme on it? Like Link, is he there?
Yes.
Like, can you do anything you want with it?
But here's what you don't understand, Michelle. I have it set to random. I don't know what alarm I'm going to get every morning.
Wake up to. It could be like,
it could
Tom
be Zelda.
Nook there?
It could be Link. It could be a fucking Tom Nook. I don't know if it's a fucking Ring Fit girl. I don't know who's going to wake me up, okay? Now it's Kirby. Kirby's an option. Kirby wasn't an option a week ago. Do you understand?
No,
and now
I don't.
Kirby is thrown into the mix.
I don't want to put this much thought into my fucking alarm clock.
I'm laying in bed because I know it's random and I'm dreaming. Please let it be Kirby.
What you've told me in our bonus shows that you get up to pee and it ruins everything.
Kirby. I know. I set it to random. I don't know if I'm getting Kirby. Kirby's new. I don't know if Kirby's good or bad.
Do we have any other news other than John's Alarmo?
Yeah, I've been trying to get into it for the last 10 fucking minutes.
Well, you got to be more aggressive, okay? You're dealing with Americans, you nice Canadian. You got to jump in and be like, shut the fuck up. Here's some good news. Okay, go. What else?
All right, you two fuckwads. I got some news here, okay?
You're a married man now. You have to like channel your rage on us, or you're going to have a fucking nervous breakdown by the time you're 45, okay? So channel it out.
So with Battlefield's Battle Royale, they're trying to launch it before COD. Now, Call of Duty has come out, and they had 2 dev talks, one for zombies, one for multiplayer, and they have just absolutely thrown every community suggestion into these advertisements for the game. And it's just the devs talking, and they're changing aim assist, they're changing perks, they're changing so many things in the game to compete with
finally.
This. Absolutely. Best thing that could probably happen for COD. I'm with John in the fact that Call of Duty will still reign supreme come November. But right now, this competition, this is great for both games.
This is what I said in the very beginning. Yes. It's going to make Call of Duty better, right?
It is, and it already started. And we're seeing it reflect in multiplayer. We're seeing it reflecting in zombies.
But here's the thing, Ryan. This is key to all this.
Beautiful thing.
Ryan. So supposedly,
this is gorgeous. I hope Digimon makes Pokemon better too.
Supposedly, EA has really gotten rid of the cheaters in Battlefield. I don't know if it's really true, but supposedly, okay.
Yeah, I'm hearing both. I'm hearing like there are still a lot. Like,
okay, so is it going to make Call of Duty try harder to get rid of that too?
I hope so.
Because honestly, after looking into that stupid device, whatever it was called, I forgot the name of it, with the auto
Cronus.
Yeah, the Cronus with the auto. You know, when you fire, you automatically jump to the ground. Like I realized immediately when I knew that was what it did. Holy fuck! I got killed a lot by that. I know I did. And so if they really
COD
get rid of that,
recently was only focusing on like hackers. They never really focused on that.
Yes,
and I think that is a bigger issue than the actual hackers. Like I don't. Really
I think
see
it is
hackers,
too because it's accessible.
I see what you mean. Yeah, you can see. You know, once you know what to look for, you can almost guarantee
so many times. I will be
on
some matches where literally everyone is just as soon as they look at me, they're on the ground, right?
Yeah,
and they did like a macro with that thing. So as soon as you press fire, you dive down, and that's what they're doing constantly. It's just auto. And it's impossible to just compete with that when they're doing it every fucking time.
It would be really nice if
that went away,
crack down on that.
Yeah.
Never
and just made it like a skill gap. Make it like so you have to be skillful at the game, which is hard with Call of Duty.
And if you want to dive every time, then get the dexterity to press those buttons. You know, don't do it automatically.
But these changes I'm reading for aim assist seem really good. So they noticed that close range fights were being won by controller players by a very high percentage, and then the long range fights are being won by keyboard and mouse. That's exactly what I said the other week, and they've noticed that on the beta. That's exactly what was going on. So they're kind of nerfing aim assist to the point where you have to be moving your right thumbstick in the direction of the player you want to hit before it activates, and then it'll be a little bit stronger at the longer distances when it comes to sniping and like long range attacks and stuff. So who knows? Maybe they're kind of bridging the gap between keyboard and mouse and controller, and maybe it won't be as difficult and frustrating for either side, and it can kind of
did you know
fluidly together?
Did you know in Battlefield 6 that you can assign the same key binding to more than one thing?
Yep, I've been doing that with the sniper,
which is essentially the same as that Cronus. Like you could have the rangefinder with zoom. right?
But it only works for the sniper.
Yes, what the rangefinder thing does.
Yeah, the Cronus wouldn't do anything for that other than just it would do that automatically.
But you could have like fire and like the quick scope and fire. It'd be the same thing.
Yeah, so I barely have to adjust for my bullet drop anymore with my rangefinder, and I added the rangefinder to my ADS hold my breath.
Right.
So when I hold my breath,
it
gets the range. I shoot my bullet when it's
you get all of it in one.
Yeah, you get everything in
that's
one.
That's kind of. I mean, that's the Cronus. It's replicating that type of shit.
Now, what do you think? Do you think that's healthy for Battlefield? I heard it was in previous games.
Well, I never. But it kind of if it was, I didn't know this. And
it gets rid of the whole bullet drop thing. You don't have to be good.
Right.
You don't need
with the rangefinder,
Yeah,
and it also holds if you could zoom, hold your breath, and the rangefinder all in one click.
All at once.
I agree. So former God of War exec says the blockbuster games industry needs to steer away from spectacle and focus on what matters. If it's not fun, it's not worth the investment. Megan Morgan Junio says, how do we go back to building solid games that are really fun to play?
Well, I agree too, Michelle, but did you know that Ubisoft canceled Assassin's Creed? There was a game that was... There was a game set
Civil War shit.
I didn't know this. There was a game set in post-Civil War.
Yeah, it would have been ham-fisted. They would have.
But when is that? I mean, right now is post-Civil War.
Well, you think it's still going on with some people.
So, Michelle, what you're saying is this big. Who was this that made that quote?
Former. What did I say? PlayStation. I don't remember.
So these big ass, big name devs are wondering how to make a fun game. Look at what's coming out nowadays. Look at what's fun. Look at Expedition 33. Look at Mega Bonk. Look at all these games people are playing they're having a blast, that are not paying $80, $100 for a game, and they're getting these fully fledged, amazing games. Doesn't have to look amazing.
Do something different.
The game itself.
Don't cut and paste your same shitty engine. Like, how many times is Ubisoft going to do Watch Dogs with a different skin or something? Like, it's just... You know, it works for the casual person who doesn't play a lot of things, but the more gamers we get, the more people that are just playing everything, and they're going to play the indie games.
Yeah. The movie scene, like the movies went in that direction too, where it was constant remakes and everybody was getting sick of it. And gaming did the same thing, where it's just, let's remake what made us money 10 years ago. And we liked it at first as a community, and now we're kind of sick of it. And we're starting to get more of these new IPs and these new titles that are coming out that we're like, oh, we don't have to play a remake or a sequel or a triquel, whatever you want to call it, for gaming to be fun. We got these new IPs, these new games with new ways to play games, and they're better than ever, and they've been better than ever.
You're going to see them breaking up into smaller studios, maybe, or like sub things. Like, it's actually like at Blizzard, Hearthstone was actually a project from like a couple of people at first, and then that did really well. Like, ended up making more money than some of the other things with big teams. Like, you don't need big teams anymore to make big hits or to make something fun. And I think, but
now Palmer Luckey was on Joe Rogan. What? Palmer Luckey, the creator of the Oculus.
Okay.
He sold it
golfer.
No, he sold it
Palmer
to
Luckey. I hit he sold
no, he sold it to Facebook for like billions of dollars.
What's on his face? He's got a squirrel tail on his chin.
Who?
This guy. Palmer Luckey.
Okay, well, whatever.
I don't trust anybody with that sort of facial hair.
Well, he was on.
Does he look like a squirrel?
He has like a dick down his chin. I don't know what to tell you.
I know, but he has some insights into the gaming industry, and he really talked a lot about it on Joe Rogan, about how games back in the day were made with like 12 people, and they were great. And then what has happened here, and we've been saying this all along, is that the teams got too big.
And those 12 people had talent. Let's not forget about that.
Well, here's what he said. He said what's happening is that these companies are hiring people who are not into video games. They don't like video games.
Yeah, they just come out of school with a degree.
No, they're coming there to basically push their whatever beliefs, ideals into the games. That's their main goal, right? To get representation, whatever you want to say. And he said that's what's happening.
I don't think it's that like intentionally nefarious. I think that's just who they are. They're just hiring
we've kind of been saying this. We've been kind of saying the same thing.
These rejected losers who are like gravitating towards video games and then that culture. And look, I say that as somebody who's been gaming since a child.
Everyone's afraid to challenge them or question them because they want.
Well, because everyone under 30 is pretty much batshit insane.
Yeah, and so what he said, and also, but he says that these kind of, so they were taking chances with these Concords and games like this, okay, because 10 years ago, 8 years ago, whatever it was, the money, the loans were at 0% interest rate, right? So the money was practically free, okay? And so they were taking these chances, and that doesn't exist today, or there's probably some 0%. And so they're not going to be taking these chances anymore. And Warner Brothers, like the new guy that's in charge or whatever, came out and said, listen, we're going to make movies that people want to see, movies that people like, and we're not messing around with this bullshit.
Disney? Are they
They're saying we're not messing around with this bullshit anymore. We're going to make Batman and fucking Harry Potter and I forgot the other one. But it's a good listen.
Fun.
But there's
some tidbits in this.
Just like a startup or an upstart, they can still fund these smaller dev teams that have the passion and the people with the talent.
Right.
And like,
if you want the talented people, you have to pay them, or they're going to go work in another industry. And I think that's a problem as well. So they're just happy to pay like these shit people that don't know what they're doing, and they're not paying them enough.
And say code this shit.
Exactly. And like people are going to go where they're making the most money. And also most of the people who are actually talented don't want to deal with that sort of culture. I know multiple people who
those are the ones that started all the
indie. Said, I would rather die than go work at Blizzard.
They're the ones that made all the indie
studios. The culture there is so sick.
Yeah.
The culture in these video game companies is not attractive to actually skilled developers. It's just not. They're going to go work in another industry with a bunch of assholes. They don't want to work with a bunch of woke blue-haired cunts. I mean, that's just the reality of it. And you see, if you have a bunch of those people, you're going to get the septum ring people. You're going to get shit games generally. Like they can do.
Well, this is what he was saying. He's like the people infest these companies, and they're not gamers. They don't even like games. They don't like gamers. They don't care about it.
Yeah, well, they think they like games because they like. I don't know what they do.
I don't know.
They're doing. What do they do with their time? I don't know.
Yeah,
they think they're gamers.
The games from the past, the same games that they're making.
What?
They're into the games like the old games, the original experiences that they had when they were a kid. Then they went to school for 10, 15 years.
They had
experiences. No, you're missing the point.
Nasty
completely.
Fucks. Get out of the industry.
They're
go
not.
Do something
he's saying
else.
They're not gamers, and they're just there to fucking upset the apple cart.
I don't know. That seems like it's like I don't
think
it's that intentional. I think that that goes along with it. I think they think they're gamers. Like go to Kotaku and Polygon. Go look at these people writing these reviews. Or even The Verge. They think they're gamers because they played Cuphead tutorial, and but I don't think they're actually like they don't have a love for gaming. They just think they're gamers because it's cool. Oh, look, it's trendy now to be a nerd. I'm going to buy some Warby Parker clear glasses, and I'm going to get a Walking Dead watch, and I'm going to go to Comic-Con, and I'm going to be part of a group, right? I'm going to get a Pokemon tattoo in my ass. I don't think they're actually like, well, you know when you talk to a real gamer, because they're not going to talk about any of this other bullshit. They're going to talk about the nerdy hardcore shit of like what the game is and the stats and like the interesting fun stuff. But you're right, it's become too much of the activism and that culture
that's what he's
taken
saying.
Over it.
And
so I agree.
Listen to the interview though, by the way, because he's kind of like a Tony Stark at this point. Like
this guy's a billionaire. By the way.
He's a legit Tony Stark. He's making military weapons now.
His facial hair, I'm sure.
But he's making military weapons now. That's what he's doing.
Because it's more fun. You want to do that, or you want to make a Pokemon game? He's like,
He's making VR for soldiers where they can see through walls and everyone can see what you're seeing all at once.
That's where the talented people are working now. Are they going to do that? Are they going to go make, Hades 3? That, so you're not going to pay these people. Now that there's a calling for people with these sorts of skill sets, I don't see why they're going to work in the video game industry. You're only going to get someone who like truly loves video games, is passionate about it. And then those dudes or women are not going to work around the sick activist culture that you're seeing in a lot of these North American game studios, which is why you're seeing Korea and China and other countries take over the bullshit that we have created here. And in Canada is included in that, with Ubisoft and whatever. So the industry, but like I said, the money now, like you said, John, has run out, and they're not going to be doing this anymore. I think it's a good thing culturally that gaming is shifting a little bit back to normalcy. I hope.
By the way, CC Games shared that Palmer is making a N64 like modern. I believe it's FPGA. It's called the M64. It's $200. I'm assuming it has HDMI and all that shit.
Okay.
Yeah, and you can also play it on a CRT. It's very similar to the analog N64 that they released, because they had the Analog Pocket, which did really well, and then they branched out and did a Sega Genesis, and they did an N64 that it's fully compatible with old TVs, HDMI, but it all runs off of your cartridges. So your games, you plug your actual game into these things, and it runs the game.
I have my N64 down here hooked up to a CRT. It's interesting. I have all my cartridges still. I don't know. I could play.
It's cool. It's like for a modern room. It's not.
I know, but you
right?
can play all those games pretty much on the Switch. A lot of them,
or you
not
can
all of them, but
this is just for a collector thing. Like, it's like a talking piece for your living room, right? You buy it.
No, the Alarmo. That's a conversation piece. Let me tell you.
I don't know. I've been really wanting to buy one of these analog pockets for a long time because it's like a really high quality Game Boy with like an IPS screen. Like it looks amazing. It charges USB-C. They're just too expensive for me to pull the trigger on them, but they do make really cool stuff. And this one that CC posted looks friggin' awesome.
Which one?
It's called, what is it called? He posted it like a minute ago. I can't see it.
It's
made by Lucky right here.
The M64.
Yeah, that's what I said.
I don't think that's a handheld. Is it?
No, I'm saying it's similar. The analog pocket was a Game Boy. Yeah. They also made an analog N64 version, which is like a modern console, but it plays N64 games on CRTs, on HDMI, and stuff like that. And that's exactly what this guy's doing. But this looks like it's way more affordable.
It's $200. He said it's the same price as the N64 released at.
Interesting.
So it's FPGA. So I have no reason to get this because I already have a CRT.
He makes Game Boys too. Look at that.
Yeah, on Joe Rogan, he brought one of his Game Boys.
That's cool. Analog pockets look cool.
And he was talking about how games in the past, there was no updates, there was no sign in with your account, link your social media. Like he says that's bullshit. He's never going to do that and blah, blah, blah. All right, Michelle, what's going on?
Sleepy time.
All right, let's get out of here.
If you guys want to find us during the week,
this show's been exhausting.
It has been. I've done a lot of yelling.
Like I didn't know this was going to happen. I thought it was going to be chill.
I told you I was tired. When I'm tired,
we're talking about
I get extra retarded. Look, you were the one that brought up alarm. Don't get me started. All right, if you want to find us during the week, come to videogameoutsiders.com. We have show notes, episode archives, Discord. What else do we have over there? Giveaways from loaded.com.
Michelle, how are you going to wake up tomorrow?
Go premium. I don't have to wake up. I don't know. How am I going to get to sleep tonight?
Alarmo?
Here's what happens. Don't bring up that alarmo. Like, I'll probably get a second wind at like 11 o'clock. Yes, good night and good gaming, Jedi. If you want to find us during the week, come to videogameoutsiders.com. Remember, you get the weekly bonus shows that we're going to be doing tomorrow. John's going to call me. He's going to say, let's go. Where are you? We got to do a bonus show, okay? And then John and I are going to do a bonus show. We're going to yell at each other. So you can listen to all of the weekly bonus shows, the 20-year back catalog in your player of choice. Mine is Spotify because it has chapters. And you can do that by supporting us and get everything as well.
That's right. All right, guys. Thanks for listening and subbing and all that shit. Videogameoutsiders.com to go premium. We're done. We'll see you next time. Later and bye. Out.
Bye.
Oh, yeah. Why don't you come over here? Oh, really? What are you saying? You gotta do what? Hang on a second. Okay. Listen. I want to collect you. I want to pet you. Oh yeah. We're gonna fight side by side. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. But first, you gotta get in my balls. You gotta get in my balls. Come here, jump in my balls. You gotta get in my balls. You gotta jump in my balls. I gotta release you from my balls. If we're gonna fight, you gotta come out my balls. I'm gonna pet you. Yeah. Oh, you're so good. I love you. I'm gonna feed you. Here you go. Yeah. But first, you want to go on a walk? All right. Let's go. That's right. Oh, you want to do what? Now hang on. We can't do anything until you gotta get in my balls. You gotta get in my balls. Come here, jump in my balls. You gotta get in my balls. You gotta jump in my balls. I gotta release you from my balls. That's how it works.